Hey, what's up, metal and heavy music fans? It's Flight of Icarus again with MetalTrenches.com, and today we're going to watch Gojira's new standalone single and music video for Another World. But before I do that, if you'd like to stay up to date with the best and brightest metal bands and albums from the underground and above, then stick with me by hitting that subscribe button down below. I upload new content every single week. Alright. Now, I did not particularly love their last album. It was solid. I liked the lead single a lot, but it was just a very kind of straight up rock album, which is just not really what I go to Gojira for. Like, when I listen to Gojira, I want like big progressive songs, and it kind of reminds me of like the latest Mastodon too. Like, it had some good moments on it, but it was so stripped back at that point that they're just almost unrecognizable. So far, though, the riffs here definitely kind of recalling a little bit more of their earlier era, at least going back to L'Enfant Sauvage, which I'm probably still pronouncing not accurately. I like this like swirling kind of cyclical guitar riff. Lots of much stronger proggy vibes on this one. And I have listened to this a bit too, so consider this more of like a critique review sort of thing as opposed to straight up reaction. Like this chuggy riff too with the hammer-ons and pull-offs. I don't have much to say about the video. I like the cel-shaded stuff, but I'm not sure it like matches the tone or the music. I always think like Borderlands when I watch something like this, so it just feels like it lends itself better to like humor as opposed to this song sounds much more serious. I like these kind of cel-shaded renderings of the band members though. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I like this song. It definitely feels like it is structured more like a prog song. It doesn't feel as much just like a straight up kind of hard rock song like a lot of those other tracks did on the last album. Definitely a talented band though, no question. Regardless what they put out, I'm always interested to at least check it out. I like this part too. This part is very kind of has Tool vibes for me. Reminds me of stuff from Anima and Lateralis. I like this little like sliding guitar part in the background too. It almost sounds like a synth, but I'm pretty sure it's just effects on a guitar in there. It's kind of scratching up and down the string. We got some like Interstellar vibes with that. My least favorite Christopher Nolan movie though, by the way. I love Christopher Nolan, but I thought that movie was just so overpraised. But that's another video, I suppose. We could get into that in the comments if you want to. Not a bad movie, just not as good as some of his other stuff. Not as good as people said it was, I feel like. I like this kind of chorus, though. This refrain is very catchy. It's already stuck in my head. Any song where they can kind of get me singing along with it before the first time I'm finished listening to it, like I have to give extra props for that. Like there's some sort of magic that goes into the songwriting when you do that. And there are ways to kind of cheat that with a lot of pop music, but I'm not getting that vibe here. Like this softer part too. Managed to bring in some dynamics, and despite the fact that this is a shorter song too, like this is still not like classic Gojira, so to speak, because when I think that, I think like, you know, at least close to 10-minute songs as opposed to like just over 4 minutes. But I like this little kind of twinkly guitar riff, lots of reverb. It was Earth all along. We blew it up. It's a Planet of the Apes ending. Classic. I shouldn't laugh, but again, like the video, it's alright. But the song I really love. And I'm interested to see where this goes. As far as looking into this, it seems like this is just a standalone single. There's no talk that I saw. I only briefly looked into it, but there's no talk that I saw of this being a part of a larger EP or album at this point. But well, I imagine maybe that'll change in the future. But in any case, let me know what you thought of the track down in the comments. If you had different opinions of the video itself, what's your favorite Gojira album too? Definitely, personally, Mars. It's got to be Mars for me. But yeah, thank you as always for watching, and stick around because there's plenty more videos coming after this one. In addition to these kind of reaction track reviews, I've got more formal album reviews, album roundups, tier lists. I also have a podcast where I interview all these interesting and amazing bands, and that's always fun to do. And then down in the comments, you can find links to our social media, the email newsletter, metaltrenches.com, where you can find even more reviews and content, and our Patreon and Subscribe Star if you want to make that extra jump to becoming a full-on supporter. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.